Hello, this is Greg DeVore from ScreenSteps, and I am here today with Jason Mercer-Pottinger from Baxter. Jason, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, Greg. I appreciate the time here today. I'm Jason Mercer-Pottinger. I'm the operations director for Baxter. I'm responsible for our tech support centers. So we're a global operation. We're supporting PD patients, dialysis patients who are at home with our dialysis devices across 9 different marketplaces. The footprint of my center is across 3 geographical locations, and we're all fully remote. So that sort of like creates another level of complexity when you're trying to manage a completely fully remote center prior to COVID as well as being 24/7. We never sleep. So the center is always supporting some patients somewhere in the globe where they need either technical or therapy related support.
Now, you accomplished all these great things. You've transformed this contact center, and then you get a new assignment that seems almost impossible to accomplish. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Baxter acquired Hillrom at the end of 2021 into 2022, and as we were going through the year, we were helping some of their existing centers with maybe there was different things that we could do within our world to support them from a tech support perspective. So we were working with the Care Communications Group, who was utilizing a third party, and that third party was about to wrap up and come to an end. And they said, okay, so could we move this work into your center? I said, yes, absolutely, makes perfect sense. We're all sort of like geared up, we can support it. Yes, but you have to be ready to go within sort of 120 days. So bearing in mind, this was a brand new product. We had no experience. We'd never touched this work before in different systems. And we were bringing in new people out of our team in Mexico. So the first thing I said in the meeting was, yes, we can do this, but we need ScreenSteps. We need to make sure that we have ScreenSteps with us every step of the way. We're onboarding these groups to make sure that this is seamless. And actually, from the customer's perspective, they don't know any different, right? So we've just switched from one third party back into Baxter. So it was a huge task, and we would not have been able to do what we've done without the support of ScreenSteps in your team.
Well, let's talk about what you accomplished there, because I think not only did you switch over, you made it, within those 120 days.
We set up a brand new operation from scratch within less than 120 days. So these were new people brought into the organization in 3 different waves. So we ended up with 30 people running a 24/7 operation within 120 days. And not only was it seamless from the customer's perspective, we actually got accolades from some of the customers saying this is the best experience they've had when they've been dealing with the Baxter Help Desk. So I think that was, again, testament to some of the methodology that we used through utilizing your system to help us with that onboarding piece for these groups.
Well, and tell us a little bit about some of the metrics you achieved in those 120 days.
We were able to achieve service levels in the mid to high 90s. Our talk time was less than 7 to 8 minutes. Abandon rates were less than 2%. And that helped the whole process, right? So we had these folks trained, they were able to get into the operation quickly, and we saw results very, very quickly. I think within like a month, the results were phenomenal. Yeah, we're still delivering very high service levels even to this day.
When I remember, those were all great stats, and then you had one that was the 98% quality. Right,
98% qualitative measure, yes, absolutely. Which again, this is a new process, so you expect there to be some teething issues, right? We've been extremely impressed with the level of diligence from our team, right, in utilizing ScreenSteps to help them in their day-to-day activities.
Well, and even looking at the training time, I remember you had 3 waves, and that first wave had to go through without ScreenSteps because
they were sort of like the guinea pigs, if you like, for the so we needed to go through that wave in order to create the content for the subsequent waves. So I think that wave was about 6 weeks, but then as the other waves, because we were utilizing ScreenSteps, we were able to reduce that by as much as like nearly 50%.
Yeah, I think it got down to 2 weeks.
That's
That
it. Yeah.
it was
So
down
yeah,
there.
nearly. Yeah, that's it. So nearly like 80% reduction from where we
Yeah.
were originally. Yeah, that's it. It was amazing. And of course that helped us because we were able to get them in the operation, taking live calls, and so everybody felt very comfortable when we made the switch from the existing third party back into Baxter.